Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this pick a card reading on forgiveness. If you haven't seen my Instagram short video, I did a little 15-minute video on forgiveness, but I'll recap it here if you don't want to go to Instagram. But basically, what I'm talking about is forgiveness and how important it is, how cataclysmic it is in everyone's lives to forgive yourself and to forgive other people. So it's just a release. It's like a movement towards a shift towards peace and freedom and love and compassion, instead of keeping all this angst and sadness and fears and guilt and resentment inside of our bodies. So by finding the situation and by looking at it, you're able to, by forgiving the situation and the person, you're able to release that from your body. So in this pick card reading, what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the person or situation involved. I'm going to pull out a few cards for that, and then after I'm going to pull how can you forgive yourself. I'm going to pull 3 cards on how you can forgive the other person or the situation, and then after we're going to see a final message from spirit, or a final message on how we can move forward. So it's very dear to my heart. On this journey, forgiveness has helped me catapult myself out of the lower energies. It's helped me to release a lot of physical strains and a lot of physical pains that I've been experiencing, because everything is correlated. So when you have physical pain, it's usually emotional, it's usually inner pain that you're feeling. So again, I'm going to put the link of the Instagram. You could look further into that. And maybe in Instagram I didn't talk about how the steps on forgiveness, but once you are aware of the situation or the person, forgive them, forgive yourself, and then release it, right? So this is what we're going to do in the pick a card. So I hope to see you later. Thank you for all my new subscribers as well. If you can, like, subscribe, put the bell notification so that you can see my pick a cards. I'm trying to do pick a cards twice a week, and on Sundays I always do my weekly zodiac readings. All right, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello there, and welcome to the pick a card reading. So we're going to start with pile 1. This is a sardonyx. Beautiful. Pile 2 is amethyst. Pile 3 is citron. Pile 4 is adventurine. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to meditate on the cards, pick the stone that speaks to you, pick the card that speaks to you, and I will be back in a few minutes. Hello, pile number 1, and for those of you who picked this sardonyx, I'll place it here and we'll look at the cards. So this is the person or situation that you need to forgive yourself, or you need to forgive someone else, or both, right? So let's see what is going on here. Simplicity. Trust. And the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Okay. Right away we see that trust and love and compassion. So I'm thinking here, it's in a relationship, in a friendship, in a parental relationship. So anything that encompasses love in your life. So someone lied to you, someone mistreated you, someone was disloyal, unfaithful to you. The simplicity, what does that mean? So maybe you were, maybe it was just like a really, like a small thing that expanded into something bigger for you. I mean, I see this because I see there's a feather and there's like the skies. It's almost like maybe this happened while you were traveling. But definitely there is some a broken trust here. So you may have lied to someone, you may have been unfaithful, you may have like caused a rift in making someone not trust you, or it could be them doing it to you. So now we're going to see how you can forgive yourself and how. First, let's see that. We're going to pull 3 cards. How you can forgive yourself for this. So this is if you've done something to someone else. I'm feeling like it says lady, but it like doesn't have to be. But I'm feeling like for a lot of you that there could be some level of mistreatment, maybe bullying, or maybe something, or just lying to someone, like a best friend of yours, your mom, like it has a lady here, but it could be a man that's in your life too. So it just feels very relevant when it comes to someone that you esteem greatly. So many times in our lives we lie to people, right? We don't mean it, and we just fall into these things. So, and they lose trust with us, or that we lose trust with them, and it's okay. So now let's see how you can forgive yourself. How can pile 1 forgive themselves, please? How can pile 1 forgive themselves, please? Okay, that was like very, okay. We get the Hangman, which is very interesting. We get the 5 of Pentacles. We get the 4 of Wands and the King of Swords, which is very interesting energies already. So Hangman energy is like, okay, so maybe this happened in your life. So maybe you, like this is about you forgiving yourself. So maybe you misstepped with a friend, with a lover, with a partner, with a father or mother, anyone in your life that you love so much. And now they're saying, okay, it's normal, right? Like the 5 of Pentacles energy is that. It's like, it's normal that you did that, and it's okay. And maybe you've been depressed and you've been sad and you've been for a very long time about this. And it's almost like, take this perspective of the Hangman perspective, and maybe take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Like, why did you do that to yourself? Why did you lie? Let's just say. I'm not saying that that's what it is. Why did you hide the truth from somebody? Why did you kiss another person? Why did you take a certain step that caused them to mistrust you? Take that time to really look at it. It's like, okay, and look at the bigger picture of it. This is what the Hangman is asking you to do, is like illuminate that situation right now and look at it and say, there has to be a reason why you did that, right? Because it's not innate in us to lie. So there's a reason that you did it. You did it because it was going to get you a job. It was going to get you closer to someone else. Or you were feeling sad at the moment. You were feeling misguided, and you did that. So we all have. There's always there's the forgiveness part of oneself is like that full expression of love, right? So it's almost. And the King of Swords comes in and it's like telling you, we all make mistakes. We all misstep. We all fall back. But stand in that power of yours and forgive yourself and look at the situation clearly. Because there's always two sides to a coin. It's like, even if you did the action, there's a reason why you did the action, right? Because the other person was not making you feel whole, was not making you feel happy, was not like, there's always a reason. But not saying that we have to justify the reason, but it's time to like step back and remember that we're all human, right? So get clear about it. Envision the issue, but now put light on it. Put light on it and say, okay, I did it. I felt like this, and but I forgive myself because I'm a better person, and we all have to take our path, and that person had to take their path, and maybe you hurt them, but you can also, the King of Swords energy is also that energies of, in forgiving yourself, it's that point in time where you can go out and call them and forgive them, or write them a letter, or just forgive them in your mind. Your energy shifts in that moment. And there's the Four of Wands energy, which is beautiful. Like in forgiveness, you release yourself, and you could like, your energy becomes like, it flows again. Like, right? It's very poetic, this right here, right now, because this energy is what we don't want. Because you sitting in denial, or in resentment, or in hatred of self, or anger of self, doesn't move you forward. No, it keeps you here, like hanging around, still ruminating on the situation. But they're saying, like, it's time to shed the light on it. And by shedding the light, look at the big picture, right? Look at the big picture and get clear on it, and understand why you did it. And in the moment, there was a reason for you doing it, and it's okay. And it wasn't great, but it's okay. So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Like this feeling of freedom is so sublime right here. It's like life could be simple if we allow these things to just flow through us. But there's obviously in the forgiveness stage, there's a moment of this, right? But now you've done this, so now it's time to get clear. I like it. So let's see how you can forgive them. Forgive the person that lied to you. Forgive the person that mistreated you. Forgive the person. Four of Swords. Pile number 1, please. Okay. So we get Four of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Just again, so the Four of Swords energy is like rest, rejuvenating, whatever. But here, you see there's a heart here. It's forgiving them. I feel like this energy is like forgiving them will result in this for you. You'll be able to take it off your shoulders. It'll be like a weight off your shoulders, and you'll be able to relax again and not have this weighing down on you. But this also feels like, to me, it's like the person that did this to you. You see the way the branches are like around her? I feel like they were tied down. Maybe they didn't really realize that they were doing it, and if they did, they didn't know how to I'm sure they're sorry for what they did, because I feel like inside me that they felt like they didn't know better. And they felt almost tied down with something. So I don't know what situation this is, but I really feel like some of you, there's like, I really, like, I'm looking at this closer, and it's like a needle and thread, almost a thread. I feel like I don't think they knew how worthy you were, and they took it for granted a bit. So you just need to like, I feel like they just didn't know better. And this Page of Swords energy is like they were impulsive, spontaneous. Like they just did what they did because they thought at the moment it was right, and it probably was right for them on their journey. And it hurt you, though. It hurt you greatly. I feel the hurt in this pile one, but it's like, remember the power that you are. Remember that divine feminine or masculine person that you are. Remember that you are light, and remember that we're all on this journey. And if holding on, it's like she's holding that wand up, and the fire coming out of her, it's like holding on to that resentment and holding on to that anger is just gonna like burn you up inside. Instead of that happening, why don't we like just release the burning, release the flame, forgive them. I really believe in this card. I feel like they just, like, I almost feel like the person or that did this to you, that lost your trust, is they just don't know how to deal with their emotions. Like they don't know how to express themselves. And they're like in this little nest here with their heart. Their heart is not even it's outside of them. It's almost like they don't know how to communicate. And that was probably one of the biggest reasons why you're not together anymore, or you're not friends anymore, or you're having a rift with this person and you don't trust them. And then there's this feeling of impulsiveness, because they don't know how to love, and they don't know how properly to express themselves. And they're probably happier now because of you, or they're just happier now. So it's an interesting energy. So I really believe it's like channel this kind of energy. Release all that, this kind of energy, release this energy, because it's not really serving you in any way, shape, or form. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to love properly. They didn't know how to. There's just like I feel like there's like a void when it comes to them. They just don't understand how to navigate when it comes to love or compassion. So we don't know what happened in their past. Something could have happened, and that's why they're always hiding in this nest. They could have been hurt or abused, or something that keeps them always in this little nestled in this nest. So just let them live their life, and it was karma that you came together. There was a reason why you came together, but or even if it's family members, forgiveness helps ease the pain and helps ease the hurt. Right. So now I'm pull like an outcome card to see what can happen after this forgiveness of self and of you. Any other messages, and then we'll pull a spirit message guide. Pile number 1, please. Is there anything else you would like to talk to us about? Spirit guide, speaking of. Interesting. Spirit guide. And there's no coincidences. It came out because it was like, yes, have them reach out to us. Whenever you're in any kind of there's something interesting I want to tell you, because I just was talking about it with someone, and the spirit guides are around us all the time. You are born and you have a spirit team. There's a lot of like, I even paid many years ago like courses how to connect with my spirit guide, but all you need to do is ask them to come in. Ask them, give them permission to communicate with you, and you can just tell them how you feel comfortable. They're here for you. So in this pile number 1, I feel it very beautiful that they're saying to you, come, just reach out to us. We'll help you through this. If you're having to forgive yourself, then we'll help you. If you're having to forgive someone else, then we'll help you, and we'll guide you through this, which is beautiful. It kind of ties in with the simplicity, because the angel feather, it's easy. It's not easy, but they're giving you a hand of love. Oh, so here's spirit message, another one from you, pile number 1. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are is the power of your belief. So yeah, it's like you know, you've been maybe you've lost alignment with someone, like there's no trust anymore with the person in your life, whoever it could be. But believe in your heart, and believe that this whole path and this whole journey that we're on, we're here for a reason. Everything is karmic. Everything is like a soul contract that we've created. So by holding on to angers and hurts, it just keeps you down. So this is a beautiful message, and reach out to your spirit guides, and I wish you all well. All right, thank you, pile number 1. I love you, and I'll see you in the next maybe readings or in the next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. For those of you who picked the amethyst over here, and so this is the person or the situation that you need to forgive yourself or another person. So let's see what's going on here. Relaxation. Well, that starts very nicely. Regret. Okay. And the Ice Queen. Ideas preserved. The Ice Queen. Well, okay. Okay, so the Ice Queen came out. Could be a man, could be a woman, doesn't have to be a gender. But regret, interesting. So obviously, maybe you were in a relationship and you misstepped. Or maybe you missaid something to somebody, right? You spoke unabashedly, you spoke of ill will towards someone. Whatever it is that you regret, what do you regret in your life? Maybe you did something that still weighs on you. But the Ice Queen is interesting because kind of like the Queen of Swords, I guess, right? The energy of forthrightness, reserved, judgmental, criticize if she's in reverse. So maybe you were too harsh, you harshly criticized someone in your life. Maybe you forced an opinion on someone. Maybe you yelled at somebody and you regret. Maybe you committed a crime, or whatever it is, but you're holding regret. Relaxation, I don't understand. We're going to understand it when it comes, because relaxation, it could also be when you were traveling and you did something, or at a spa, well, we'll see. We'll understand better when we open up this. So, how can you forgive yourself for this regret that you carry with you? Regret is like one of the worst feelings ever and sentiments to carry with you, because it just brings the energy down. You're always just feeling depressed and sad, and it's very, like, I know I actually don't live with regrets, but only once I did. So, regret. Pile number 2, please. How can they forgive themselves, please? How can they forgive themselves? Anything else, please? Wow. It's so funny. Look who shows up. The Queen of Swords. Oh, man. And I got 3 other cards, so let's see what's going on. We got the Star card. You got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the 7 of Wands in reverse. All right, so right there, we have, interesting. How do you forgive yourself? The 7 of Wands is about having pride and having faith in yourself. In reverse, you've lost faith in yourself. And maybe you've lost faith in spirituality, or maybe you've lost faith in God. Maybe you've lost faith in humankind, right? And the Queen of Pentacles, that energy of like overly giving too much love, maybe being taken advantage of. And so I feel a lot of you, how do you forgive yourself? You have to love yourself again. Like, have faith of yourself again. Find that power again. I guess this is really interesting, because here in this 7 of Wands, she's doing yoga, and she's in this bubble, and here we have relaxation. So maybe you have regret of like something happened to you with something spiritual in your life. Maybe you regret not picking up yoga a long time ago. It doesn't have to be so drastic either, right? The forgiveness of self. It could be maybe you regret not relaxing enough, and always being all over the place, and never having to appreciate life, and never having to appreciate your children, never having to appreciate everyone around you, and you're just always like multitasking, always doing, right? And feeling exhausted at the end of the day. And how do you forgive yourself? Maybe you need to pick up yoga. Maybe you need to pick up some meditation courses. Maybe you need to start to work on yourself. You need to start to love yourself more. You need to, this is like the grand dam of nature. Go out in nature. Connect with nature, and connect with the birds and the sun, and it's I like it. Even the stars, like connect with your light. It doesn't, whatever happened in the past is the past. Let's leave it in the past, and let's move to the future. Let's go up into the sky. Let's go and get that love back, because that's who we are. We are love. We are light that's full of love and compassion inside of ourselves. And the Queen of Swords is here to just remind you that you have vision, that you are a smart, intelligent human, man or woman, that we all make mistakes in life. And that holding on to regret is just going to make you feel bad, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, everything, your health, everything. So whatever happened here, whatever regret, you have the power within you to illuminate this regret. Like, look at it and say, okay, I see you, but now I choose love. I choose love. I choose my power back. I choose my family and my home and my dreams and my passions. I choose that. And I'm okay with this. I did it. It's done. There's no going back on whatever it is. Like, holding on to regret is like you're just holding on to something that can't be changed unless you want to change it. And how do you want to change it? I don't know. You forgive yourself, and then you forgive. Then you right the wrong with whatever it is, that the regret, which is what, call the person. If it was a situation that you can't go back and do it, but then just forgive the situation and move on. But it's almost beautiful that it's like that the Queen of Swords shows up here, and it's like, don't judge yourself. Stop judging yourself. See clearly. Move forward. Because the movement forward will keep you connected to your heart and connected to your love and your light that's inside you. So let's see how, if this regret is related to someone else, and how you can forgive that other person. That was like instant. Okay. Okay. And they're all reversed. So there's a Emperor in reverse. Oh, I can't see it. Anything. Let me go for it. There is the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, I mean, there's two men and a woman, so it's, again, whoever it is, if it was a person, it's your regret. So you regret. The Emperor is someone who is very authoritative, very in control, very divinely masculine, but in reverse, there's a loss of that. So perhaps something happened in your life that perhaps this person wanted to take care of you. Perhaps he or she was a bit controlling, a bit like, but it was meant to be in a nurturing way. It wasn't meant to be in a domineering way. And the Ace of Wands energy is also like not believing in self, like having the fire burn out. I don't know, I'm feeling here in this pile number 2 is that a lot of you, some of you may have been in a relationship, let's say, or just a friendship or whatever, but you were expecting a lot and you broke up with this person, or you ruptured the relationship because you had a lot of expectations, and now you regret. So what does this mean? So the Emperor in reverse is like he or she was controlling and regrets being controlling with you. Regrets misstepping with you. Regrets taking over your life. Maybe they regret that. And it's too late now, right? Because you're no longer together, or it's because, or even if they're in your life and they're a parent, they're a friend, and they're just over, like helicopter almost with you, and they regret doing this. This is interesting because the Ace of Wands energy as well is that feeling of like loss of self, loss of centeredness. So they, or they're even arrogance, because the Wands energy is all about that power energy. So it's like they probably, the person that is regretting is probably like, again, overlooked you. They work too hard. They put a lot of their energies elsewhere other than you. And the Page of Pentacles too is that energy of like disorganization. They're scattered. They were scattered. They were too scattered around you. They didn't have, their mind wasn't like stable. So there was a lot of arrogance. There was a lot of maybe too much work. Maybe they worked too hard. They were never home. And when they did come home, it was like their fire was spent, was burnt out. So there was no passion in the relationship. There was no like it could be your father, your mother. They didn't really like put a lot of effort into your relationship. Yes, I feel like there was a lot of that, and it's time to forgive them. Forgive them because they knew no better. They did know better. They worked. They thought they were working to make money. They thought they were doing the best thing that they could think of for a family, for a friendship, for a lover, for whatever it is that you were with this person. But like I said, in every pile, it's going to be, it's the journey that we're all on. So forgive them for being that way, because that was the journey they chose, and it wasn't the right one for you. It wasn't the right path for you. I mean, I'm not saying it could only be work. It could be whatever it is, because there's regrets, other regrets, right? There's they could have been too like domineering. They could have been too abrasive or too cold. Never really there for you. And they have the regret, so they have to deal with that regret. But you have to just forgive them, so that you can move on and find that love within you. Okay, I'm gonna do a final like outcome or a message, like a general message, and then I'm gonna pull a spirit message as well. So anything else for pile number 2, please? Reconciliation. Interesting. Maybe you need to reconcile with these people. Maybe there is someone out there that has to forgive yourself, has to forgive that other person, and instead of releasing it, you need to come back together and communicate. It's a very interesting message coming here, because it's not always about forgiveness and then you let it go. So here there's like a message of you coming together again. So whatever it is, you could, because once you forgive yourself, forgive the other person, that regret just dissipates and dissolves, and you can begin anew. So that's a very interesting card to come out. Let's see what the spirit message has to say to you. Pile number 2, please. Ooh, that almost came out. That's too many cards. I'll just take that one. Breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. It's a beautiful message, actually. Breathing is good in forgiveness. Breathe, like relaxation. Find a way to, I really feel like some of you are being asked to find that again, find like connection to source, to God, to something around you, to so you don't have to deal with this this nasty one, this energy here, because it's a lot to be weighed on with that. So breathe. Maybe you need to reconcile with this person, but before you reconcile, my suggestion is to forgive. The forgiveness is important so it doesn't come back to bite you back, right? All right, pile number 2. So I hope this resonated, and if not, go check out the other things, the other piles, and I'll see you next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and for those of you who picked this beautiful citron beauty, let us see what is going on with you. So this is your person or situation that is that you need to forgive yourself or forgive someone else in your life. Action. All right. Change. Okay. And the Lady of the Mirror. Reflection, non-judgment. Narcissus. Interesting. Change and action. So I guess there's some changes happened in your life that you're wanting to change, or you've changed. I have to go through this here. So maybe you've changed something in your life. You've changed a home. You have a new partner, or you've changed direction in your life, or something, and there's like you've done something to make a move, but now but you're needing to forgive yourself for it because it's caused a rift with a partner, a friend, a parent, a child, or something. So change is great, but in this case, because we're talking forgiveness, I feel like there's something. And this Lady in the Mirror is that it relates to narcissists, right? Vain, always thinking about himself or herself. So perhaps you made a change that was selfish, or like you weren't thinking about other people when you decided to do this, and it might have hurt other people. It might have hurt yourself. So we all do make these choices in our life. It's not like we're human after all. So let's see how you can forgive yourself for this change. I'm wondering, because there's so many things that you could have changed a diet. You could have changed a way. You could have it could be so many things. It could be that you've people are saying, oh, you've changed because maybe you're addicted to something, or your mood has changed, or you've become more self-centered, or whatever the change is. It could be like you've moved somewhere else and it just doesn't work, and it's made you not a great person, not very happy, or it could be the change in the world right now, and you've said things that are not very kind to people. It could be a lot of things. It could be but I feel like this action card is that you've actually done something to make this change. You could have left somebody. You could have broken up with someone. You could have run away from someone. You could have quit your job. See, there's so many things that could have happened, and you're needing to forgive it because it caused sadness on other people. It caused you to be sad too. So let's see what it is. How do you need to forgive yourself? Okay. The Magician. The Nine of Pentacles. Let's see if another one wants to come out. If not, let's stick with this. Okay, one more wanted to come out. The Three of Pentacles. So interesting. The Magician pops out. The Magician is all about manifesting your own reality, creating your own reality. And here we're talking about a change that you may have you have done that may have affected other people, but the Magician comes out and it's saying to yourself, but if you're happy with this change, then you need to stand in your power, and it's okay. Like, if it affected other people, that's not on you. That could be an interesting take to it, because in change, not everyone is happy, I guess, about things, right? There's actions that need to be taken that don't really reflect on others in a good way, but if it's reflecting on you in a good way, then you could just forgive yourself for making that change, because you chose to do this for yourself. And the Nine of Pentacles is the same energy. It's like independence, right? So you needed to break free of something, and you did. The Three of Pentacles is that energy of collaborating with other people. It's about, it could be a family thing, that the situation, the change that happened here. Maybe you found a new family. Maybe everyone else loved your other partner, or, you know, there's a lot of things here, and now you're with a new family and you're very happy. I really feel like this is a very interesting reading now. It shows it's become, because I feel like this, some of you, the change is not something that you that may have, it actually affected other people in your life, and here you're like, you're forgiving yourself for that, because it's not up to you to feel regret about the change. It's not up to you to feel sad about this change. You did it. Some people may see that you did it selfishly, you did it for yourself, and you didn't, but you did it for yourself. Exactly. You did it because you wanted to break free from something, and you wanted to create your own reality and step away from the matrix kind of thing. But it could also be that you made a change and that it wasn't so nice, and you don't feel good about it, and it's okay, and the forgiveness comes in, and you finding a way to either reaching out to people and finding a way to apologize, or but not really apologize. Like the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like it's not really apologizing for your behavior, because I feel like a lot of you were like minded, like you knew what you were doing in this change. So I'm feeling most of you here is like the forgiveness of self is actually only to appease your soul, because you feel like you've done something right. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Maybe this change affected you greatly, and you needing to forgive someone else that made you that changed your life. They made you addicted to something. They don't make you, but in this change that happened, you fell into something else, and you're needing to forgive this person or the situation for it. Or you've moved somewhere new where you're away from your friends and your family, you don't like it. Or you've like taken a job that just because you need to make money, or you just need this for someone else and no one's really appreciating you, and you're needing to forgive someone else. So let's see, there's so many different scenarios, but you know what you need to do. So how can you forgive the other person? Interesting. Okay. Right away we get Justice card. So it speaks to me of divorce, or a legal matter, or separation, or something contractual, like a job. And then we get the Emperor. And then we get the Six of Cups. So right away I feel here like the person that you're forgiving, like you might have been with someone for a very long time, someone from your past, someone that you've been together for a long time. Let's say we're talking about relationship right now, and they just got up and left. They just like, that was it. And you're like, what? And that's the change that happened in your life. Because I feel with this Emperor and this Six of Cups and Justice, it's like they got up, they divorced, they separated with you without even like explaining themselves. It was just very rash and like cruel. And then there's some people where it was it could be that, it could be I mean, the Justice card is all for me legalities, right? It's could be balance, whatever, but it could be in a family life. It could also be like your friend changed on you. All of a sudden, she was with another man or a woman, whatever. She partnered up with someone and then just cut the cord with you, right? And with disregarding the long-term friendship that you've had for such a long time. There could be so many different things. There's so many different scenarios popping up in my head. But with the Justice card here, it's saying that that's on them, karma. And whether they did it on purpose or not, it's their karma to deal with. And the best thing for you is to release yourself from it. Release yourself from the karma by forgiving them, releasing them from your mind, your emotions, and telling them, like, just like visually saying goodbye. Like, it's okay, continue doing your life, but I got to do my own life, right? I got to lead my own life. I have to, no matter what the change is, no matter what evolved in your life, no matter what it was like we all need to move forward. I like this, Magician. We all need to just do what we think is best for us, ourselves. Because in doing what we think is best for ourselves, then everyone else around us will benefit from it, from the joy that's emanating from you. And forgiving them is the best thing you could do, because again, like I said, it's a karma thing for the Justice card here. They chose their path, and there's nothing you can bring that back together, right? So let's see if there's a final message, like a general outcome message for you guys. Pile number 3. Sometimes these cards want to take forever. Okay. Good luck. That's a nice good luck. Good luck. Good luck is coming your way. So, okay, so movement happen in your life, journeys, different paths happen in your life, but you're coming to fruition. I feel like a lot of you, in forgiving yourself, you are standing on your own. By forgiving them, you're releasing yourself from the karma. So this is beautiful. Good luck. I love it. Now let's pick a nice message from Spirit. Embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. I love it. Changing your energy. Change. Doesn't it go well together, these cards? Changing your energy. Yeah, I really feel pile number 3, like this is a lot about you and embracing yourself and your path and your journey. But the best thing to do is release the negative energies around you that don't want you to move forward or don't are holding you back. But it's time to say goodbye. All right, pile number 3. I hope this resonated. If not, check out the other piles, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. For those of you who picked this beautiful adventuring. So this is the person or the situation that we have to forgive, or we have to forgive ourselves for. So let's see what is going on here. Power. Okay. Grief. The Shadow Queen. And it's acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. Grief. It's pretty clear right now. So either you've lost someone, or like if someone has died, or you've lost someone, like a relationship or a friendship, or a child has gone, and you don't always have to grieve a passed on loved one. You can also grieve a relationship. You can also grieve like a tie that you had with someone that you no longer see anymore, right? So it's interesting. Power. You could have lost someone in an accident. You could have lost someone. You've lost power because of this. The Shadow Queen, the manipulation. It could be someone around you that like affected someone dying in your life. There's so many things, right? You know, when you're here with the grief, like it could be like that you're someone in your life was having an operation, and then other people chose different methods and something happened, so you're like, so there's a lot of things, right? It's like it's tacked onto grief. It could also be people that you lose in other means, like of disease, of suicide, of things, and then you're left with harboring all these emotions. So let's see how you can forgive yourself, because forgiving yourself of someone who's passed on, or someone who's left you, or something like this is actually very poetic and profound in a sense, because a lot of times where we blame like ourselves for this death, right? We blame ourselves for this relationship breaking up, or we blame ourselves for life, or whatever situation it is. So let's see how you can forgive yourself. For grief, please. Pile number 4, please. Beautiful spirit team. Okay. Ace of Swords. What else is there? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Sun. We have Strength in reverse. So it's like you're giving up a lot of you've lost the fight in you, kind of thing. So grief also, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like it could also be that you lost a business that you were, like, it was your baby for a long time. So you may have lost the business because of what's going on too, and you're grieving it. And like I said, grieving could be any situation. But here, the Ace of Swords energy is this energy of overthinking, right? It's a new beginning, the Ace of Swords. But here, in this situation right now, I feel like how do you forgive yourself is to open your mind and see a clearer picture. Connect with Source. Know that everything happens for a reason, and try to get out of the fog, get out of this spiral of thoughts that are constantly in your mind, right? Because let's say if you lost someone to death, they're gone. They've already gone to home, to earth, to a different plane where they're happy. So there's nothing that you can, the greed, holding on to the thoughts and thinking why I should have, could have, would have, but it doesn't matter anymore because there's no more going back. So it's clearing the mind of yours, clearing, letting it go. Even if it wasn't death, it could be a relationship or a business that went bankrupt, or anything, right? It happened, and it's time to just walk down those stairs and just let it go from your mind. Find the clarity in it. The Ace of Pentacles is this. For some of you, you may have lost a business, and it's it's okay. You lost a lot of money, or you did a really bad investment, whatever. You lost a lot of money, but the money is gone. So it's time to find a way to replenish it, replant the seeds. If you already did it once, then you could do it again. You could figure it out again. If there's a will, there's a way. There's this loss of security. You're grieving this instability. It's okay. You will find a way. There's the handouts will be given to you if you believe. You know how the only way to manifest anything in your life is to actually intend it and just let it go to the universe and really believe that it's going to happen. But don't sit around and I wish and pray. No, just let it be and know that it's going to come. So the same way with forgiveness, holding on to these mental heavy energies just will bog you down and keep you here, and the grief will take power over you. Lower vibrational energies love to do that. They take the power away from you. And insecurity, manipulation, for me, this is more than just a character card. For me, it's there's it's in that knowing that money can't rule the world, and it's in that knowing that if that person is gone, you will meet them again. The sun is here to remind you of that you have the power inside you, and your light can activate the love within yourself and within and your family members and your friends and everyone around you. It's just to activate that, and remember that when you look up into the sky, then this person is there. When you look up into the sky, then look at the dreams and the visions of your new business. Look in the dreams of a new relationship, a new friendship, or the same one, but you can see it in a different light. Because holding on to the grief is just going to keep it down, right? And we don't want to give our power away. We want to make our life needs to shine. We need to forgive that person for leaving us. We need to forgive ourselves for blaming ourselves, for just always bogging ourselves down with all these energies. Beautiful. So how do you forgive the other person? So I'm gonna come back with this. Why would I blame that person for dying. Why would I, why would I blame? Because we do that. It depends on the situation, but we tend to find ourselves not understanding how to grieve. So you turn it around and you're like, well, why did you leave me? Who do you think you are for leaving me? Right? I mean, not like I said, who do you think you are for what does the business or like a friend that leaves you, cuts you off and just leave? Like, this is how we need to rectify that situation in our minds so that we can move forward. So how can pile number 4 forgive the other person or situation? The first card that comes out, it's like amazing. Like, I should just keep this card. The 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is the energy of walking away. It's a full cup. We had great memories. We had exciting times if it was a business with the person, whoever it was in your life, but it's a remembrance of it, and it's beautiful. But it's time to walk towards the sun. It's time to walk away and change, and to love yourself again, and find that love inside you, and find the compassion inside you again, and liberate yourself from these emotions that you have. This could be them too. It could be them wanting to leave because their life was fiery and they couldn't handle it. So they left and they walked towards the sun. Do you see how beautiful this is? Whether they died of an illness, whether they died of suicide, whether they died of however they died, know that how someone dies is in their soul contract. They chose already how to die because they have free will when you come in as a human. But in doing so, they left behind the fire to burn for you. They left their memories behind, but they chose to leave, and they left. And now they're going home to the sun. Wow. I love it. I think I'm going to keep it like that, because I don't think there's anything else here for that. And of course something shows up. The 9 of Cups in reverse shows up. And that tells me that that tells me a lot. That tells me some people left because they couldn't handle life anymore. Some people left because they couldn't handle the business. They couldn't handle living on the earth anymore. But we have to accept it. We have to accept their journey. It means the 8 and the 9, right? But the 9 is reversed. So I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to make it too solemn, this reading, because grief is, speaking from experience, is very trying, is very challenging, but when you release yourself from it and you forgive yourself for all the negative thoughts, or even just, it's not even negative like mean thoughts, I mean just release all the sadness and the stress and all the the loss. It frees. It will free your soul. You'll feel alive again. And know that in forgiving that person, that was their journey, and they chose this journey. It's hard to wrap your head around it, but that's what it is. Even if it was a business and you lost a business, you're grieving over your business, that was the path. That was the path that you were on, and that was it. The business, that was enough. Now it's next, because if you're an entrepreneur, then you're gonna do something new. All right. So any other beautiful outcome for this? or a final message for this beautiful pile 4. Prosperity. You see? So for all the businesses out there, people who are grieving a loss of money or business, whatever, prosperity is coming to you. The cards never lie. I'm going to pull another one out because, but even though those who are grieving, money's coming. Prosperity could be love, and it's abundance of love, and money could be everything, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like just finances. But justice. Justice will be served. This comes out to karma again. Karma has played a part here. The contracts have been signed. Everything is done. We all decide how it's gonna happen for us, and we just have to accept it and let it go. So let's do a final spirit message. Message from spirit, please, for pile number 4. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna cry. Look what came out. Hello from heaven. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove their wish with you at this time. I'm blown away right now. Anyways, this is so beautiful. This is a beautiful end to this reading. So they're with you. Check the signs. I'm gonna start crying. There's like numbers, feathers, whatever you see, any nudges you feel, then that's them reaching out to you. And when you start to forgive yourself and forgive them for leaving, or even whatever, then all will be well in your world. So I leave you with this beautiful card, and what a beautiful reading. So thank you, and I love you, and know that they're always around you, and reach out to them whenever you want. I love you. I'll see you next time.